I will be comparing 3 quite different masasoba spots in this video. The first one is what they are calling Abara Soba Black at Ramen Kyo, and it's called that because it's coated in a very dark soy sauce. The one I ordered also came with pork fat on top and an egg. Looking at the noodles here, you can see they're a bit on the darker side. The taste might be a little more bitter than you would expect, so I would try a regular bowl first before trying something like this. It's probably a better idea to mix it in the bowl before adding it, but I thought it looked prettier like this. The egg gave the noodles a very creamy texture and it coated the noodles very well. I would say the egg is pretty important to this dish because it kind of mellows out the flavor and makes it a more cohesive bowl. They give you the option of like adding a second egg, but I think 1 is perfect. 2 would take away too much from the flavor, I think. I would have liked a bit of black pepper on the side, but as you can see they didn't have any side condiments. The pork was pretty tender. I enjoyed the pork. Good amount of fat and meat. Not a bad bowl to start, but I do feel like it was missing a little something extra. For me personally, it was a bit too simple, but that might be something that you enjoy. I give it a 7.2 out of 10. Also, I might be addicted to Oreo McFlurries because this is the second video in a row where I've had this, but it's just something I crave after a salty bowl of noodles. This next place was called Shio Style, and it was honestly one of the best bowls of ramen that I've had. I would actually probably put it in my top 3 of soupless ramen that I've had. I ordered the bowl with a lot of lemon on top, but don't be confused that this isn't a light flavored bowl of noodles. It's a very rich bowl and the lemon is just there to cut out some of the fat. It comes with very thinly sliced pork, some microgreens with onions, a beautiful cooked egg, and little chunks of pork underneath. I'm going to be honest, while I do really love this bowl of noodles, the only letdown for me is the pork. A lot of shops are doing these really thinly sliced pork nowadays, but I still enjoy the thicker cuts a lot better. I understand this type is probably a lot cheaper for them to do, and I do think it visually looks better, but I find it's just not as satisfying. That's just a minor complaint though, because everything else in the bowl is done exceptionally well. The egg was perfectly cooked, the lemon lightened up the dish and made it feel very easy to eat. Little chunks of pork were nice, and at the very end they give you a little scoop of rice so you can mix it with any of the leftover sauce and create almost like a pork risotto. Fantastic place though, do recommend if you're in the area. Give it an 8.6 out of 10. This last place is what I would consider to be the most common type of masasoba that you will find here in Japan. I got the bowl with extra chashu. These were nice bites of chashu. They were all chopped up into little pieces, some classic toppings, green onions, bean sprouts, and bamboo shoots. The sauce underneath was very heavy in garlic. I actually ate this bowl full of garlic on Valentine's Day, so that probably says something about me. Putting that aside though, this was a very solid bowl of ramen, tender pork, bouncy noodles, and a nice strong garlic soy flavor that I think a lot of people will like. I don't think you will be disappointed by this bowl, but at the same time, it's not really somewhere that is really going to blow your mind. They also have kelp vinegar or kombu vinegar if you want to kind of lighten up the flavor a bit, cut out some of the fat. Typically it's just regular vinegar, so this was actually a really good addition to the bowl of noodles. I enjoyed my bowl here and would come back if I'm around the area. I give it a 7.1 out of 10.